Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are going to go over some vocal warm-ups that you can use on slide guitar, because when you're first starting to play slide guitar, I really consider it almost like a vocal instrument to treat, at least treating it that way when you're working on exercises and phrasing and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're just going to talk about that today. And before we get into that, if you have been enjoying this channel, you've been finding it helpful and you've been liking the content I post, please give a like and share, subscribe to my channel, comment, all that good stuff. Really helps my channel, and I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so it would be much appreciated if you could help me with that. Alright, so let's get into it. So first things first is I talked about slide being like a vocal instrument, and what I mean by that is unlike a lot of other instruments, and guitars included, where the pitches are kind of set in different places. Like with guitar, if I play a C here at the first fret, assuming my guitar is in tune and properly set up, it's gonna be in tune when I play that. With slide, it's not so much like that. In fact, it's not like that at all. I mean, the frets themselves are just a visual reference. So really, one of the biggest challenges of slide is training your ear so you can hear the intervals and your intonation properly, because it's very easy to sound, for your notes to sound kind of sour with slide, myself included. I've definitely had to go through a lot of ear training type of exercises and just a lot of listening. So yeah, the first exercise we'll go over today is just going from a first to a fifth interval. So let's start with F, for instance. So if we're in F, this is going to be a root note, and let me just play the exercise for you so you can recognize it, and then I'll explain it. So. And you can keep on going, but I'm just going to stop there because I figure you get the idea. But yeah, so what I'm doing there is I'm playing an interval of a fifth between the root and the fifth note. And I'm changing keys as I'm going. So I got this exercise from when I took singing lessons not too long ago, and I just kind of like made the connection. I was just like, oh yeah, I could definitely use this in my slide playing, and it would help out a lot. So all I'm doing is I'm tuned to open E, by the way, so from 6th string to first, I'm tuning E, B, E, G sharp, B, E, which you don't have to be for this exercise. You could just play chords in standard tuning and then just play the single notes, but anyways, so I'm just playing a chord, so while I'm doing that, so I'm just bowing the first fret, that's F, and then either on your 1st, 4th, or 6th string, you can play your root. So in this case, I'm just going to play it on the 1st string. And what you want to do is you want to start by playing a chord so you can establish the root and fifth that you're going for, so you can establish that harmony. And what I'm doing is after I play that, once to get that chord in your ear, is I pluck the root, and then on one pluck, I just go. And you can pluck once you get back to the root note on the way back, but as far as this, you're just going. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going from the root note to the fifth. And how I determine that is an easy way to find the fifth on guitar. The fifth interval is you just go simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frets away. Actually, sorry, 7 frets away. To the next note. So if I'm on fret 1, that's my root, I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which would be the 8th fret in this case. So I played the chord, I pluck the note F, and I slide up to the 5th and back down. And And normally with your slides, if it's only like, 2 or 3 frets away or less, I recommend keeping your thumb planted and getting to that note using your wrist to extend there. But in this case, since the slide is, a long distance away fret-wise, what you want to do is pluck and lift your thumb off the back of the neck and then slide up to that 5th. And really, you don't want to go immediately. You want to hear those in-between notes as you're going up and down. So, and if it helps too, which I would recommend doing, is singing with it while you're doing it. So, the goal is not to be a great singer, by the way. It's just to help train your ear to hear that note, which the best way to do that is by singing the note. And I recommend even when you're bending notes, just playing without the slide. So again, what we're doing is chord, plucking the root, just really emphasize those in-between notes, and going back to the root. And another quick point is I should probably show you the back of my neck so you can see my thumb motion right here. So let's see. Yep, camera can see both. So I'm playing the chord and then I'm plucking at the 1st fret, and what I'm doing is I'm lifting my thumb off the back of the neck. So when you're lifting your thumb off the back of the neck and you're making that slide, there we go, I just want to get a clean slide. Instead of the movement coming from your wrist, if you were doing like a shorter slide, you want that movement to actually be in your forearm. So concentrate on that. So concentrate on the forearm to do the movement, which is a bigger part of your arm as opposed to your wrist to make that slide. So lifting the thumb off the back of the neck, concentrating on moving my forearm, and back to the 1st fret. And then after that, you go up a fret to F sharp or G flat, and you do the same thing. So if we're starting at the 2nd fret and we want to go up a 5th from that, we just add 7 to 2, which would be 9. So that's C sharp or D flat, and that's our note right there. So So now we're in G, so 3 plus 7 is 11, or 10. Clearly, I forgot to do basic math, but so G, and just keep on going. Just to make sure you're in tune. If you're having a hard time reaching those notes, you can sing an octave below. So just keep on going. And you can keep going all the way until you reach the 22nd fret. In my case, since I'm playing an SG. Or if you're playing a different guitar, how many other frets you have. Or you could even go past the frets. So this is a great exercise to train your ear past the frets. So how you can do that is, let's say I'm starting, let's see, where can I immediately go past the frets? So, oh yeah, if I'm on E, A, the root A, and I want to go to the 5th E, I want to imagine that there's like a 24th fret right there, but really if you're trying to use your eyes to find the note, that's not the best way to go about it. You really want to use your ears to lead you where to go and to find the correct note. Otherwise, you're probably going to be like a split second too slow when you're playing notes, so it's much more efficient to use your ears when you're finding these notes. So Now I'm not playing the chords in between, but I should. I just wanted to show those notes up above. But yeah, so that is one exercise you can incorporate into your slide practice routine to really help you hear those intervals. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like today's content, leave a comment, subscribe, like, share the video. And also, if you want to see content similar to this, leave a comment and let me know. It's really the only way I can tell if I'm delivering the type of content you guys like. So please let me know in the comments, and subscribe to this channel if you want to. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you in another week. Bye.